or storm the comment section and provide answers to this question. Now, for those of us who are new to the stream, let's ensure to smash the like button. Let's ensure to as well subscribe to the channel, and do not also forget to get the exam keynote, as those are highly essential preparation of this exam tomorrow. Okay. Okay. So let's take a couple of questions. We're just hopeful that the network will be on our side. The very first class is something else. So now we're taking our very first question. Question 1. Okay, just a moment. Trying to get my notes all together. Now we have it as the very first question. When we talk about management, all right, from an organization perspective, management, all right, from an organization perspective, discuss management from an organization perspective, discourse. So we have our very first question for tonight. Okay. So now we have our first question for tonight. Management from an organization perspective. Okay, somebody has just responded. Let me respond as well. Okay, now when we talk about management, we can consider this term from different perspectives. We can consider this term from different point of view. All right, but what we are intentional about in tonight's class is when you consider management, all right, from the perspective of an organization, just like we have government in a state, all right. So now, Management from the perspective of an organization can be said to be a set of individuals, all right, or a group of individuals responsible for the effective running, execution, all right, and controlling of the organization in order to achieve the set goals and objectives of that organization. And in doing so, human is part of the resources, all right, management, manage just to ensure that the goals and objectives of this organization is being actualized, all right, and you can expand that to your taste. Okay, one thing we are trying to consider here is that there is a group of people who is responsible for everything and anything that goes on in that organization, and they must report, all right, their progress, all right, deficiencies, and a whole lot more, just to ensure that these organizations succeeds. So we have that. Let's talk about three, all right, management functions. List and explain three management functions. List and explain three management functions. List and explain three management functions. Everyone understand that management has a function, and that is why they even exist. All right. The reason why we have management is because there is a role to play. All right. There's a vacuum to fill. There's a responsibility to be executed. All right. The list, all right, is a long one, but just list just three. All right. Management function. Awesome. Yes. Thank you very much for that. Okay. Yes. So we have that as that. So to mention but a few, we have the directing function. It's indeed the responsibility of the management, all right, to get things done through orders, all right. It's the responsibility of a manager to direct, all right, to supervise, to motivate, to lead his subordinates, all right. So it's one of the responsibilities of management. Now, when we talk about management, it's different from manager. All right, management is the body group of managers, while the manager is an individual. Are we together? Now, let's take this. It says, what is an organization? Discourse. What is an organization? Discourse. What is an organization? Discourse. Now, for those of us who haven't gotten the keynote, like I said earlier, it's highly essential. I mean, it's loaded. You can't go for this exam tomorrow without studying or glancing through this resource. Highly essential. We use this resource in the preparation. And the good thing is that for the POP keynote, we are currently running a discount, giving it out at a discounted price. It's basically half the price. Just reach out to us on our official website, which is www.tutorio.net, and find the WhatsApp button in the top right hand corner. Use that to send us a direct message. Now, what do you understand? Let's get back to class. What do you understand by an organization? And the funniest thing with this question is this question you can be asked to explain, all right, with not less than three definitions of what you understand by an organization. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. I'm getting some nice responses already. Awesome. Yes, thank you very much for that. Perfect. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much for that, Mr. David. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Bruce. Awesome. We all are doing a great job. Yes. An organization. Let's keep the answers coming. Miss Oluwadara, you came a bit late, but, still awesome. Still okay to have you on board. Although you came a bit late. Yes, we all have spoken well. And we talk about an organization. All right, we can consider it from different angles, from different perspectives. It all depends on what perspective you are coming from. Now, it says here, we can refer to an organization as a planned unit. Now, this unit is deliberately structured. There's a standard. You don't just do anyhow. You don't just do what you feel like or what you think. There is a standard. There is a structure. And this structure, this deliberate plan, is to achieve a specific goal. All right. So when organization, all the resources, including human resource, all right, the raw materials for production, furnitures, the structure, and everything, it is there to achieve a specific goal. Yes, that's one definition. It can also said to be a system, all right, a system of rules graded by authority. I love this definition, very precise and short. A system of rules, meaning that we have different people performing different responsibility, and amongst these people, there is an authority. All right, so we have that as that. I think that's quite all right. Let's move to something else. Now, let's take this list. Now, list the type of organization and explain. All right, list and explain. Now, let me put it this way. Broadly speaking, there are two, all right, types of organization. So list and explain them. Broadly speaking, there are two types of organization. list, and explain. Okay. So we have the next question. So broadly speaking, on a broad category, okay, now, yes, there are two. Awesome. Okay, yes, we have the formal. Okay, our time is fast spent. We need to get on with things. Just like I said earlier, for those of us who haven't got to the keynote yet, please let's ensure to do that. All right. Definitely, we can't cover much in today's class. There's a lot to be taught, there's a lot to be covered in the keynote, which you can do that at your own pace. So please let's ensure to get the keynote. And how do you get the keynote? All you need to do is to reach out to us on our official website, which is www.tutorio.net. Find the WhatsApp button in the top right hand corner. You can use that to request, or just go to Google straight ahead and search keynote in now, and that will suffice. Now, when we talk about organizations, yes, indeed, we have the formal and the, all right, informal. When we talk about organizations with formality, their structures, their standards, their well guided principles you need to observe. But for the informal, it is directly opposite of formal, all right, whereby you are allowed to do that which you will, all right, that which you deem fit. And lastly, for tonight, let's take this question. Now, when you hear of a work group, what do you understand by work group? Work group. What do you understand by work group?